Well, I must say, successful team building over the winter. We've managed to retain 5 of last year's aces. Pretty amazing achievement.
Yeah, it's been fortunate, to be quite honest. It's not always the case. You have a successful season, and sometimes you have to tear your team apart due to the averages. But we've been, like I said, we've been fortunate to retain 5. Obviously, been building on a successful season, and to have that continuity with 5 from the past always bodes well. So yeah, pretty happy about that. Obviously we've lost Kenneth Bier, which was a real shame because he was the star pupil last year and did an amazing job for us. And Kenneth was one of the most professional guys I've ever had the chance to work with. So hopefully our paths will cross at some point again. And obviously young Jack Smith, he's sort of not been omitted, but obviously with the team structures, he's not going to be in the Premiership this year, but we see him in the Colts. So he's got a future, and he'll still be part of the club. But that obviously left the door open for 2 new guys, which was the Polish Damien Droz and the Australian Jai Thridge.
And in constructing that team, as we say, 2 new guys coming in. Damien Droz's signing was an interesting one because it's also paved the way for a partnership with Wrocław Speedway in Poland. And Jai Thridge, we've seen some very promising things from him in the last 2 years since he's been over in Britain. So all in all, construction of the team, very happy with that.
Yeah, there's a nice balance there, 3 Brits, 3 Australians and a Pole. Hopefully that's the winning formula. But it's like I said, when that continuity, that sort of always goes well. And there's not too much change, not too much disturbance in a team. And Damon obviously was on the radar of quite a few clubs. And we've tied up a nice association with Wrocław. Obviously we've seen how Polish Speedways progressed over the years, and the benchmark league in the world. So we can learn a lot from them. But to be involved with them and have Damon as one of our riders and become an asset, is only a good thing for the club. I see plenty of potential in Damon, maybe where some other promoters didn't. And I've been working with him today, and he listens. He speaks great English. He's bubbly. He's got plenty of good attributes for a speedway rider. So he's brave and fast, and that also helps, especially around this circuit. And then Jai, what we've got to remember, Jai's probably only been racing professionally 3 years. And sort of 5 years, so he's relatively a newcomer, and I don't think people sort of realise that. So he never raced junior speedway, so he's been a bit of a late starter. And the progress he made last year at Berwick was tremendous, and we kind of hopefully if we can see some more of that continuity with him in his progress, which I think that's in him. That also looks very good and promising.
And the 5 that we have brought back from 2017, been a bit of a shuffle in terms of the riding order for those guys. Craig Cook now at number 1, Rentruck taking up the heat leader's position. From what you've seen of those guys today, those positions quite manageable for them?
Yeah, I mean, what we witnessed today, the track was great. Obviously we've had a very harsh winter, and there's a bit of snow about, and we've had 2 practice sessions now, and the boys have hit the ground running, and it didn't look like a pre-season workout at all. They've intensified their fitness regimes, which a lot of riders have. They're no longer riders; they're athletes, and they look real fast out there. So I think it's really encouraging to see.
And the spirit within the team as well is also quite tremendous, and the 2 new guys seem to be gelling quite well. You guys actually went on a tour of the BBC Media City this morning. How did that go?
Yeah, the reports was really good. So obviously it's a unique opportunity to get into to see where all the action happens in the media world. I think the boys relished that, and had a bit of an insight how things operate. But giggles and chucks and carrying on. But that's just pretty standard of speedway riders, you could say. But no, everything's good. Like we had a good feeling in the camp last year. There's a good vibe around the whole club, to be quite honest. So hopefully that will just carry on.